Although, by the way, the President is passing on the custom tonight of speaking, I would still like to thank Kalman Isaacs for all his hard work for the shul over the past 2 years. Kalman, have no fear, the end is near. I think we also owe a lot of hakarat tov to our Executive Director, Marvin Schenker, and the office staff for going above the call of duty to make our dinner a financial success. I would also like to thank Rabbi Trump, aside for all his usual work in the shul, but particularly here for his work on the PowerPoint presentation. And to Dr. Arnold Berlin for all his help with the audio, visual, and video equipment. To Naomi Kaszovitz and Lisa Rubin for the dinner ensemble and ideas and whatnot. And their committee, Alyssa Winter for the Scroll of Honor, and Shalom Rubefeld for heading up the raffles, which raised money for us too. At this time, we have a sisterhood present. Do we have that? Yes. Are we doing that? Okay then, let's go. You're forking over some money or something, right?
Don't, but no envelope for the Oscars.
Shavua Tov. On behalf of Malki and myself, we would like to wish a personal mazel tov to our dear friends Beth and Ethan.
As Sisterhood presidents, we also want to take this opportunity to thank Beth for being a Sisterhood volunteer over and over, always with a smile, her wonderful ideas, and true dedication. Thank you also to our Rebbitzins, Sari and Malka, to our unofficial Sisterhood board, to Marvin and our wonderful office staff. Ariella, I hope you're still here. We hope you're still here. You will be missed. We wish you much hatzlacha.
At this time, we would like to present the shul with a check for $36,000. Thank you. All of our volunteers and supportive members for all of your hard work. Once again, we welcome new ideas and volunteers. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay, thank you, ladies. Tonight, we have also an additional farewell and thank you. As Lori and Malki just mentioned, Ariella Levy has worked in our office for 9 years. It's a safe bet that if you called the shul office for anything, you have spoken to Ariella. Ariella will be shortly taking a new position at Hafter, and of course we wish her much success in her new endeavor. We will still see you in shul, but we wanted to leave you, or leaving our shul, with a small token of our appreciation. Ariella, please come up. Thank you for all your years of hard work. This is a gift from the shul. Others, clearly more knowledgeable than me, purchased it. But inside, I promise you that, inside is a plaque that reads, on behalf of the Israel Lawrence Cedars, presented to Ariella Levy for your many years of tireless devotion to our shul office. Thank you for your commitment and dedication to our shul and its members, Rabbi Moshe Teitelbaum, Rabbi Yaakov Trunk, Kalman Isaacs, President, Marvin Schenker, Executive Director, February 28, 2015, the 10th Vater 5775. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we are getting there. At this time, I would like to call upon our Moradasa, Rabbi Teitelbaum, to say a few words, and of course present to Beth and Nathan for guests of honor. Thank you.
Thank you, David. I can't say that we've practiced as much. My choir on that side is just about ready, though. That was really fantastic. And I thank you, Nathan and Beth, really for offering not just your good name, but obviously your beautiful and wonderful talents, and of course everything that you've done until now, highlighted by what you've shown us tonight. It's done with such flavor, and it's done with such calm, and it's done with a sense of love, even as also with respect for us all. Thank you very much. It's true, we have said it, I've said it, Rabbi Trump has shared the same sentiment. Coming together at a shul dinner means celebrating as a family, as a kehillah, as a group that comes together and gels in a very special way, not just tonight, but so many times, so many days, sometimes day after day, throughout the year, hopefully a blessed year. Nathan, you've been a paradigm of fairness and good counsel as Gabbai, as ritual chairman, and really as a warm-hearted friend to us all. And Beth, you are the dynamo. As sisterhood president of our shul, we, at the very least, need to spend these few moments saying thank you to you both. In doing so, I'd like to share a brief story. It's a story about sharing, actually, and what sometimes happens when we don't even recognize sharing for what it is. This woman was on time for her flight. The flight was delayed. It's winter, it's LaGuardia, it happens. It's 45 minutes, it's an hour, it's 2 hours. She's getting hungry. She has a book to read, but she's getting hungry. She buys a big bag of Sally Fields cookies. There's no seat at her gate. 2 gates down, there's a seat. She finds a place to put herself down. Just one seat, crowded between 2 fellas. She gets into her seat, she opens up her book, she reaches, starts eating her cookies. Next thing she knows, she sees the man next to her, reaches over, puts his hand into the cookie, and starts eating her cookies. And she just doesn't know what to do. It's really difficult, it's embarrassing. And he takes another cookie, and she's taking a cookie, he takes a cookie, and he says, thank you. And then she says, if I could, I would wallop him, but he's a guy, I don't know, it's dangerous, she doesn't know what to do. And he keeps eating, and she takes a cookie, and then they're down to the last cookie, he pulls it out, and he glances at her, and breaks it in half, gives half to her, finishes the cookie, and thank God they call her flight. She just grabs her things and runs to the gate, gets on the plane, she stows away her carry-on and gets into her seat and opens up her personal bag and takes out her book and then reaches down and finds a whole bag of Sally Fields cookies. And the thought occurs to her that she had been eating his cookies. Sometimes we are sharing and we don't even realize it. And what we do as a kehillah ultimately means sharing. Sharing in Torah and Tefillah, sharing in educating and inspiring ourselves, our children, sharing to promote the welfare of the Jewish people as we in our shul do constantly. The welfare of Am Yisrael here in town, the welfare of Am Yisrael throughout the United States and in Eretz Yisrael, for which we have to be very proud. We share. Sometimes don't think of it that way, but that's what we're doing. We're sharing. And we're sharing in a beautiful way, and we're sharing with spirit, we're sharing with flavor, with Yiddish tam. We're sharing. Moshe Rabbeinu was shown certain things which he just could not quite figure out exactly what they're supposed to be just like. The menorah was one of them, and then the machatzis hashekel, which we're about to commemorate by giving a machatzis hashekel around Purim time, that too was something he had to be shown. And the question is, a menorah? Well, it's so intricate and difficult to understand. Of course, he had to be shown the menorah. One medrash says it had to be made for him. But why the shekel? The machatzis hashekel is just a coin, not so hard to conceive of. But the answer is the coin he was shown was a coin of fire, matbea shel esh, because fire is needed sometimes to fuse two machatzis hashekels into one, to make them fuse, to bring them together so that the contribution of one person is equal to and given in the same spirit and received by the other so that they can be coming together. And it's not as simple as one might think. To make it work, where you share, you fuse, you become one. That's why it had to be shown to him. And it was a matbea shel esh. It was a coin of fire, because then he understood. If you care enough, if there's enough that drives you, if there's a certain passion, it can be done. We can share and accomplish it and bring my half and your half and his half and her half together and become one. Beth and Nathan have always known really how to share. They've known how to contribute and give of their devotion and their kindness and their commitment. They share and share their part plus. Beth's energy, her upbeat sisterhood presidency. She brought life to the shul. She has a can-do attitude to everything she does. All of her projects, very, very successful. Nathan, as a Gabbai and Ritual Committee Chairman, I would describe you not just as winning an Oscar, but as DWI. And I don't mean that you were up there soused at the shulchan, not knowing who to give who an aliyah. DWI stands for D, devotion, which you have to the shul and to the people, and to their welfare and to their sensitivities. And discretion, because you have to know what to be said, what not to say, and when and how. W stands for willing. You have to have a willingness, you have to be able to say yes, you have to try, and you have to do it with warmth. And finally, the I in DWI stands for intelligence. A Gabbai does have to have a lot of good judgment and intelligence. But there's another great I to DWI. Inclusion. To be inclusive. And to want everybody to share. To know how to put together half of the matbea and the other half of the matbea, and if it takes fire, I'll put them together, and I'll make my one matbea shel esh. I ask you all to please join in saying thank you to Beth and Nathan Fruchter, and I hope again that your parents and your mother in absentia should have so much nachas from you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you could all join me, rise and say thank you to those who have shared so much with us, the benefit of the shul and